and gentlemen, welcome to the Honors Convocation. Today we get to honor these amazing students in front of us, and you have done so much to be here, and we are proud of you. Our faculty are proud of you. Your families are proud of you. Families, faculty, you proud of these students? Now, students, you have worked very hard for these accomplishments. You deserve this recognition today. You're going to walk across the stage, you're going to stand to be recognized, you're going to get certificates and awards, and you should pump up your chest with pride because you've done huge things to deserve that. But allow me to challenge you for just 1 second. We have this idea in American society about rugged individualism, that greatness happens because one person achieved greatness. Oprah Winfrey became Oprah Winfrey all by herself. Bill Gates became Bill Gates because he was just brilliant, and all by himself he invented Microsoft, right? That's never the story. That's never the story. One person might get to walk across the stage, one person might get to own the company, one person might take the oath of office, but there is a community of people that help make those moments happen. Students understand that these accomplishments today are not just yours. They're your faculty and your friends and your mentors, your families, your colleagues, everyone that you work with, all the people that have walked you to this moment. And that's not to take away your moment. I want you to have your moment. But I also want you to recognize that you did not get here alone, because your job is to make sure that other people get to have these accomplishments too. It's your job sometimes to be the one who doesn't walk across the stage, but gets to applaud the person that you love and care for that gets to be recognized. Today is your day, and you have earned today. But your mission as Otterbein students and soon to be Otterbein graduates is to pay that forward to others, to make sure they have their moments too. Rugged individualism, pull your up self-published bootstraps, that's all great, and there's some reality in that. But none of you has been alone for 1 minute at Otterbein. We're a close community. We've never left you alone, have we? We're always with you. And so you don't walk across this stage today alone either. Congratulations, graduates. I am pleased to introduce our Director of Faith and Spiritual Life, Reverend Lucy Kelly. Congratulations.
Friends, Otterbein is a United Methodist university that respects all faiths and understands that faith might not be a part of everyone's life. We lift up prayers during these momentous occasions for a variety of reasons: to acknowledge the work of the divine, to acknowledge our shared humanity, to ground us in this space and in this moment, and to be mindful of one another. As we celebrate these accomplishments before us, let us begin with a humble posture of the heart and a grateful attitude toward all that has brought us thus far. For those of you who wish to, please pray with me. Holy One, we are thankful for the strength and knowledge that exists here in this room. We are thankful for the hours you gave us to study, to listen, to learn, to be curious. We are thankful for the professors, for the staff, for the leaders at Otterbein who helped these students accomplish so much. We are thankful for the generosity of donors who give their resources, making education a priority. We thank you for the families and friends that support these scholars all along their journey. We thank you for the people that came before us who blazed a trail. We acknowledge that trails are not easily blazed and that we cannot do it alone. Help us to lean on our communities wherever we are in life. Help us to be there for one another. Remind us that being curious will lead us to far greater things than we could imagine. Help us to be lifelong learners, ready to take on any challenge, willing to try something new, empowered to blaze trails for those that would come after us. Help us to add to the goodness of this world. Amen. I'd like to invite Abby Vitale to come forward, please.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Abby Vitale, and I am a senior economics and English major. I am also the president of Otterbein, a president and founder of Women in Business, a co-leader for Raise Your Voice, and an OUSG senator chairing the Student Appeals Board. This is how I would normally introduce myself to anyone on campus. Um, but outside of Westerville and outside of Otterbein, my main identity is student, and I'm struggling with other ways to identify myself. There are thousands of words to describe ourselves outside of being a student. Maybe you're an athlete, a musician, a sister, brother, coffee connoisseur, avid Dancing with the Stars fan. There are many ways, and the list goes on, but it's interesting how we choose to identify as student first rather than all these other things, which are just as meaningful in our lives. This is probably because we've been in school since our early childhood, but it is also because of our drive to succeed in being a student. We have to choose to be good students, and we have to choose to believe that this is one of our main identities, which is probably why you're here today. By sitting in this room, you have distinguished yourself amongst the campus community as someone who honors and respects academia, someone who challenges the status quo, and someone who demands to create change. Whether you've completed an internship, wrote a thesis, or started a student organization, you've had the drive and the passion to challenge yourself to new heights and uplift those around you for positive change. For this, you should be extremely proud of your accomplishments and the awards you are about to receive. For many years, I have kept every letter and card that has ever been given to me. I keep them in a drawer in my desk at my home. And I recently re-encountered a letter that I had saved from my high school sophomore English class teacher who wrote a whole letter to the class. He was one of the most influential educators I've had in my academic career, and one of the reasons why I became an English major. He said that he wrote his class a letter every year to thank us for the year and to list 10 concepts that he hoped we had absorbed throughout the year. I will read from his letter the most important concept to me. Number 8, discover your best learning practices now. Talk with your teachers, ask questions, challenge the way you do things. If your main reason for being in school is to get good grades, you're not a learner, you're a robot. I think this concept is timely for this occasion, as clearly we have most likely followed a few of his suggestions. As students, it is our responsibility to be open to new ideas, question how things are done, and contribute to our disciplines. However, I think it's very easy for students like us to get trapped inside the machine that schooling can be. Amidst all the things that we do on campus, things like procrastinating, cramming, and doing the bare minimum to maximize our chances of getting a good grade are always tempting and become more tempting the busier that we become. With the rise of AI, it has never been easier to attempt to cheat academia. However, you have remained committed to the value of resisting these temptations. You value the process of deeply learning your subject and remaining committed to the process of learning. Therefore, we're not robots. As we enter the workforce, graduate school, or any venture after leaving this campus, I implore you to continue rejecting tempting paths to shortcut your learning or experiences. True success comes from dedicated work, and while things like AI can help us to become more efficient in what we do, a bot will never be able to assume the role of learning for us. It is up to us to be successful in life, especially by becoming lifelong learners. It seems like being a student is something that we can never escape, but I'm totally fine with that. Being lifelong learners and leaders is a core Otterbein value that is key to securing a future that is fair, equitable, and knowledgeable, especially by contributing to our communities through knowledge and skills. Today marks one indicator of success in pursuing your goals and becoming a lifelong learner, as you have demonstrated your commitment to the university and your studies. So while student may be one of our main identities, perhaps it is because of this that we are able to transform our communities for the better wherever we end up. In closing, it would be ignorant to say that we came to this success alone. Personally, I would like to thank all of my professors for teaching me their disciplines, advice, and skills that I will carry as a future attorney. I would also like to thank my family, my friends, and my cat for their support throughout my 4 years here. Thank you to the staff here as well, who in one way or another has supported the learning process here for all students to cultivate success. Finally, I would like to thank you, 1, for listening to me yap about school, and 2, for being here in the first place. You are the reason why education has value and the chance to advance whatever venture you may be pursuing. Congratulations to all of you for your hard work achievements today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abby, for your thoughtful remarks on behalf of all of our students. Congratulations to you for all that you've achieved at Otterbein. Now I'd like to call Grace Francis for our special musical presentation.
In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were three little bears sitting on chairs, and two little kittens, and a pair of mittens, and a little toy house. And I love mouse. And a comb and a brush, and a bowl full of mush, and a quiet old lady who was whispering.
Thank you, Grace, for your beautiful and moving performance. I recognize those words as a mom and a grandma, so yes. I want to join President Comerford, Reverend Lucy, Abby, Grace, in welcoming all of you to the 2025 Honors Convocation. As you are all aware, it is the season. For weeks, we have been treated to senior recitals and exhibitions, honors and distinction defenses, department, program, and course-related presentations, posters, papers, and celebrations. This year, I got to hear students talk about frogs, axolotls, public health data on college students' use of contraceptives. I saw performances of Romanian folk dance music and Akhmatova songs. I learned about the relative benefits of pursuing a non-thesis honors option. I listened to newly minted graduate degree earners talk about their journeys, and I saw the senior art exhibition for 4 students with different and yet interestingly complementary visions. It's been an exciting and productive spring. At today's event, we gather for formal recognition of those students whose work has distinguished them in some way in their disciplines or across multiple fields or their co-curricular lives. So, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Otterbein University, sincerest congratulations to every student who is being honored today. And I will speak not only for, but of my faculty and staff colleagues in recognizing that, as President Comerford said, our outstanding students have achieved these heights with the support of talented and dedicated faculty and staff, mentors, and advisors. And finally, I want to recognize the parents and families for all of your support. And we would be remiss in not calling out the donors and alumni of Otterbein who have made these awards possible through their generous support of our institution's excellence. Our community has much to celebrate, and so without further ado, I am pleased to introduce Carrie Strayer, Master of Ceremonies, for today's program. Carrie?
I like to think of my I could please have the Art and Art History Department recipients please step forward. Professor John Johnson will be presenting the awards for the Art and Art History Department. The Lillian Bale Roof 42 Memorial Endowed Award, Emily Rogers. The George Rica Fine Arts Endowed Award, Rachel Mallett. The Marguerite Wetherill Eschbach Memorial Student Art Fund, Christopher Jackson. Maisie King. Brianna Mullen. Liliana Hill. Emma Weller. Alina Baer. Rachel Malik. Phoebe Krause. Wilson Wilson. For the Lillian Frank Joanne Miller Stickway Book Award, Fatima Bashar. Maxton Cox. Christopher Jackson. And Maisie King. For the Lillian Frank and Earl Hassenflug Visual Arts Award, Mary Copen. John Ott. Sarah Salem. The Earl C. Hassenflug 91 Endowed Award, Rachel Malik. And Lily Bolts. And for the Dorothy G. Van Zandt Memorial Endowed Award, Audrey Couch. Kenneth Fisher. Michael Gomia. Alexandria Newsom. And Julian Valentino. Let's hear it for these fabulous artists. Next up, we have the Biology and Earth Science Department. Chair David Sheridan will be passing out the awards. The Charles W. Box 34 Memorial Endowed Award, Caitlin McDaniel. And Adam Willis. For the Dr. Marion F. Dick 43 Life Science Departmental Endowed Award, Emily Moorhead. The George J. Finney 89 Endowed Award, Libby Dean. Phoebe Gibson. And Harley Miller. For the Jean Willis Life Science Endowed Award, Grace King. For the Grace Rohrer Reimer 48 and Richard Reimer Scholarship, Virginia Daly. Dylan Dick. Charlie Dolliver. Sydney Gunn. Meredith Hudson. Brooke Kelly. Mary Little. Morgan Smedley. Jacob Stitchett. And Ethan Stroach. For the Kyle Miller Memorial Fund, Abby Hammer-Huber. Natalia Harbaugh. Mallory Meyer. And Caitlin Sposee. The Department of Biology and Earth Science Student Travel Fund, also Caitlin Sposee. For the Robert J. and Ann M. Harding Endowed Award, Stephanie Dival. Let's hear it for these amazing biologists. We'll now welcome the Business Accounting and Economics students, presented by Stephen Osborne, Chair of the Business Department. The Charles R. and Louise Bennett Prize in Business goes to Austin Ayatona. Madison Corrali. And Noah Palmer. The Wallace E. Kennard and 54 Memorial Endowed Award goes to Abigail Chappelle, Trevor Forrest, Chase Jackson, Sarah Vince, and Andrew Wyckoff. The Donald E. and Elsa Giamarco 76 Van Zant Senior Endowed Award goes to Alexa Luby, Cody Lyles, and Octavia Schnittger. The Alan Prindle Student Fund for Business Accounting and Economics goes to Brianna Pelosi. Claire Fink. Owen Osborne. Kendall Ryan. And Tyler Tucker. And finally, the Mafi Tabatabi Endowed Award goes to Jeanette Dutt. To all of our future entrepreneurs and business owners, give them a big round. Next, we'll have the Department of Chemistry, presented by Dean Johnson, Chair of the Chemistry Department. Our First Year Achievement Award with ACS membership, Dane Halverson. The K. Cool Award to Bailey Toadvine. The Dalton Award to Alyssa Galawina. And Paul Scott. And the Mendeleev Award to Elizabeth Douglas. And Benjamin Guerra. Your award-winning chemists. Communication awards are next, and they'll be presented by Chair Eric Jones. The Dr. Grist Speech Communication Endowed Award, Austin Cable. Forrest G. and Maud Berry Kettner Awards, Nolan James and Bailey Wallace. Boy, it's my department, they didn't show it. Robert Spencer Jr. Memorial Award for Excellence in Broadcasting, Ashley Hall. Berta B. Evans Award in Journalism, Carly Lagle. And the Eugene C. Reynolds Speech Drama Award, Grace Almendinger and Garrett Lucius. Your communication awardees. Next department will be Education, and these will be presented by Paul Wendell, Chair, Co-Chair. The Class of 1944 Endowed Award, Elizabeth Valdez. The Class of 1945 Endowed Award, Crockett Crockett. The Class of 1946 Endowed Award, Nicole Sanchez Carrillo. Dr. H.J. Dowdle, 64 Memorial Endowed Award, Lorna Russell. Charles W. Heyman Memorial Endowed Award, Laura Ornelas Rodriguez. James Larson Memorial Endowed Award, Antonia Trailer. Donald E. and Mary A. Wagner Myers Endowed Education Award, Mary Flowers. The Selby Family Endowed Award, Julie Jacko. And the Farm Locker Hovermail Endowed Award, Jasmine Woods. Your future educators. All right, we'll now Maurice and Rose Rafkin Computer Science Endowed Award, Hassan Abdullah. Abdullahi Noor. Deep Patel. Andrea Richter. Elizabeth Smith. And Zachary Holrath. The Pete Sanderson Computer Science Endowed Scholarship, Hussein Al-Ani. Kyle Miller. Abril Hokarel. And Cameron Wool. Dr. Joseph and Marilyn Harpster Engineering Award, Corinne Barber. And Mitchell Fitzsimmons. The Engineering Leadership Service Award, Logan Ullum. Engineering Academic Excellence Award, Luke Radecki. Enrico Ferme Outstanding Senior Award, Christian Robinette. And the Richard Feynman Award, Anthony Mensah. And Benjamin Wells. These might be the people playing with the new AI, so give them a big round of applause. We have English next. These will be presented by Karen Steigman. The Pat Miser Cassidy Memorial, Dalton Mosley. John W. Fisher Memorial Senior Writers Award, Grace Smith. And Adam Willis. The Janet Louise Roberts Award, Dalton Mosley. And Adam Willis. Circle back in. Robert E. and Mary Elizabeth Kramer Endowed Award, Camilla Borders. Jane Cook. Mary Flowers. Jessica Gurley. Sky Hamilton. Grace Hawk. Isaac Jones. Katarina Lay. Brianna McCluskey. And Karina Streeter. For the Joining Hands Award, Brooke Hamilton. And Jordan Hannon. Myers Family Endowed English Award, Marlo Young. And the John Benjamin Kessler Memorial Endowed Award, Amaya Serrano. 1968 Endowed Award, Rachel Wingard. The Piatila Family Equine Science Endowed Award, Maya Samlin. And the Betty Kennedy Award for Academic Excellence, Lisa Hudson. Equine Science. Next, we'll have Health and Sports Sciences, presented by Joan Rocks. The Marilyn E. Day Endowed Award, Anthony Kopak. Daniel Damata Hichano. Nada Adiem. Aubrey McMahon. Claire Seeley. The Harold C. Martin Memorial Endowed Award, Connor Parsons. And Dema Wali. The Elmer W. Bud Yost 53 Endowed Award, Josie Johnson. And the Taylor E. M. Horn Endowed Award, Siley Sampson. This is going to be even worse. Fanny Uwishimamwa. Was this order close? Health and Sports Science. Up next, we have History, Political Science, Languages, and Culture, and awards will be presented by Deborah Solomon. For the class of 1904 prize in Government and Political Science, Grayson Thargard. The Lynn W. Turner Prize in History, Camilla Borders. And Julia Tenbush. Pierre F. and Marguerite M. Rasselot Prize Fund, Sky Hamilton. Ella Sedla. And Abigail Van Voorhees. For the Pasquale and Conchetta Gianmarco Primo Endowed Award, Julian Heckman. And Juan Vivas Becerra. The Gilbert E. Mills Award, Lillian Margaret. Jade Murray. And Rachel Zeal. The Dr. Elizabeth Dorchuk Obear Award, Esmeralda Ocotor Torres. Phoebe Gibson. Noah Palmer. Maggie Poor. Alessandra Reyes. Sarah Salem. Beatrice Souza. Alec Sangler. History, Political Sciences, Language, and Culture. Give them a big round. Giving out the Honors Program Award will be Michelle Acker, Director of the Honors Program. For the Outstanding Honors Program Theses, Charles Adams. Phoebe Gibson. And Adam Willis. To our outstanding honors students. Mathematics and actuarial science will be handed out by Jeremy Moore. The J. Clarence and Floss G. Baker Award in Mathematics goes to Caitlin DeBolt. Dr. Michael S. Bridgman Prize in Mathematics, Jonas Blake. And Christopher Corder. The Donald Dean Kincaid 88 Memorial Endowed Award, Adam Stoller. Mathematics Departmental Math Education Hinton Endowed Award, Lindsay Whitmore. Mathematical Department Hinton Endowed Award, Catherine Brewer. Roger Tremaine Memorial Roger Tremaine Memorial Award, Brandon Owl. Caden Lassiter. And Gavin Zember Stifler. And the Dr. James H. Weaver Memorial Mathematics Award, Kyra Geiger. Mathematicians and actuarial science, give them a hand. We're now going to present the awards in music. Nicholas Ross will be presenting those. For the William H. and Alta B. Arbogast Music Prize, Grace Francis. The Thelma Zellner Memorial Choral Music Award, Carly Benson. Charlie Casella. Maya Savillo. And Genesis Waller. The Ellen M. Jones 23 Memorial Endowed Award, Joseph Breslin. Thomas E. Cook 39 Memorial Choral Music Endowed Award, Aiden Bruns. The Shaxson Memorial Music Education Endowed Award, Kendra Hildreth. Olive S. Cook 24 Memorial Endowed Award, Mackenzie Casper. Mary Hoyt. Lindsay Hubaker. And Micah Whitley. For the Gary R. Tyree 90 Endowed Award in Music, Brianna Grimes. Professor Foundation Scholarship, Kylie Harbert. The Grable Shaxson Award, Charlie Adams. And the Jean B. Gross Scholarship Fund, Megan Ladd. They certainly make the whole world sing or play or dance or whatever. Give them a big... Nursing Awards will be presented by Bonnie Fagan. The Andrew Lehigh 95 Memorial Endowed Award, Austin Wynn. And the Dorothy J. McVeigh Endowed Award, Lois Intim. Let's hear it for Lois. Philosophy and Religion will be presented by Andrew Mills. The Jesse S. Engel 14 Memorial Endowed Award, Sydney Titus. Thelma and Robert Frank Endowed Award, Scarlett Johnson. Lawrence Keister New Testament Award, Dale Williams. Foster and Hilda Williams Endowed Award, Connor Kluntz. William O. and Floral Amy Endowed Prize, Javier Akhtar. The Abhidharma Satvanananda Book Award in Religious Studies, Rosalini Napolitano. Susanna Ainsley Wesley Book Award in Christian Studies, Evie Reed. And the Peripatos Book Award in Philosophy, Ashley Jayabalan. Religion and Philosophy. Our Psychology Awards will be presented by Meredith Fry. The Stephen Karsko Memorial Award goes to Kyla Jenkins. Madia Otterstetter. Ella Faffel. Malaya Sherman. Amanda Stevens. Lauren Stilionaise. Grayson Thagard. Colin Tyler. And Rachel Williamson. And the Felipe Martinez Humanitarian Award goes to Isabel Elliott. Our fabulous psychology students. And Dr. Fry will be staying up here for Sociology, Criminology, and Justice Studies. The Phyllis Wygant Auerbach 51 Memorial Award, Ain McGee. The Albert E. Lovejoy Prize in Sociology, Cale Rutan. Social Justice Book Award goes to Sky Hamilton. The Scholars Book Award to Kendall Householder. The Volmer McCord Criminology Book Award to Atlas Kirkendall. And the W.E.B. Du Bois Book Award, Jalen Stillwell. Sociology, Criminology, and Justice Studies. Let's hear it. Theater and Dance Awards will be presented by Lenny, actually not Lenny. Oh, Lenny's here. He was sick yesterday. Lenny Leibowitz. David Graff 72 Endowed Award, David Graves. The Gressman Schultz Drama Award, Roberto Silva Neto. The Leslie Burrell Mangia Musical Theater Award, LeBron Foy. And Phoebe Mock. The Paul G. Smythe Theater Award, Aidan McCracken. The Fred J. Pop Thayer 82 Endowed Theater Award, Marshall Duggan. The Joanne Van Sant Musical Theater and Dance Award, Jane Cook. The P.D. Dodrell Theater Endowed Award, Lillian Ducey. The Katie Falter 13 Champion in Theater Award, Nora Shearer. The Andy Baker Spirit of Generosity Award, Natalie Neville. The Alan and Christy Coupland Theater and Dance Endowed Scholarship, Anderson Law. Our fabulous theater and dance folks. The Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies Award will be presented by Tammy Burke. We have one award, the Excellence in Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies Award, Isabel Elliott. Our Provost, Wendy Sherman Heckler, will be handing out the multi-departmental awards. The Priest Miller Endowed Award, Keaton Snyder. The Bert and Jane Horn Endowed Student Research Fund in the Sciences, Marissa Ahrens. Vincent Fisher. Sydney Goff. Haley Plower. And Grace Wida. The Joan Nierwoski Jashkia Memorial Award, Jane Kidder. And Natalie Williamson. The Benower Foundation Award for Academic Excellence, Maya Steiger. And Kelly Ulrey. non-departmental awards. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Multi-department award winners. The non-departmental awards, the Carl and Helen DeVore Memorial Humanitarian Award, Tess Gillespie. And Phoebe Gibson. The Richard and Carolyn Sherrick 5 Cardinal Experience Fund, Elizabeth Blanchard. And Caitlin Sposey. The James B. Miller Award, Lillian Morbret. The G. Harlan and Mary O. Hummel 31 Rainier Memorial Endowed Award, Gabriel Amankwa. The G. William and Gloria Schiffler 50 Endowed Award, Gracie Justus and Natalie Smith. The Childers Family Award for International Study, Mitchell Patterson. The Knight Family Fund for International Study, Isabel Appelman. The Torch and Key Endowed Tuition Awards, Catherine Brewer. Virginia Daly. Brian Flannery. Anna Hunt. Haley Stem. And Rachel Williamson. The Glendine Huggins Wadlington Memorial Endowed Award, Benjamin Faber. And Lois and Tim. Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma Outstanding Senior Award, Taylor Bish. Julie Jacko. And Kelly Ullery. The Epsilon Kappa Tau Alumni Memorial Endowed Award in honor of Dr. Marilyn E. Day, Brenna Mullen. The Pi Kappa Phi Greece Augsburger Award, Gavin Edwards. Hayden Masterson. And Keaton Snyder. The Pi Kappa Phi Essig Stobart Eldridge Borland Award, Bo Bircher. Amaya Harris. Hayden Masterson. Blake Newland. And Hayden Wiley. The Pi Kappa Phi Performing Arts Award, Zane Goggolin. Jonathan Howe Award, Vincent Berardi and Caden Masterson. The Pi Kappa Phi Forensics Broadcasting Award, Bo Bircher and Declan Jewett. The Pi Kappa Phi Professor Horace W. Troop 23 Award, Matthew Griffin, Adam Jarrett, and Hayden Lassiter. Pi Kappa Phi, the Three Learned Professions Award, Keaton Snyder, and Blake Newland. The Sigma Alpha Tau Alumni Endowed Award, Brinley Preston. And the Fraternity and Sorority Scholarship Awards go to Tau Epsilon Mu and Sigma Delta Phi. This has been our fabulous Dean of Students, Bill Fox, and these are your fabulous multi-award winners. All right, now Provost Wendy Sherman-Heckler will rejoin us up front to talk about the 5 teaching awards.
Thank you, Dr. Strayer, and let's just hear it for these students. It is always my pleasure to honor our Otterbein faculty members who are routinely educating students in innovative and meaningful ways. In a special gathering this past November, we recognized 5 faculty colleagues as excellent teachers who exhibit the qualities described on page 17 of your program. This recognition comes via a process in which faculty are nominated by their peers and chosen annually by a selection committee, which includes past teaching award recipients as well as students. I'm proud to once again publicly recognize the achievements of this year's distinguished faculty honorees. If you could stand when I call your name, but we'll hold our applause till the end. For our 2024-25 Excellence in Teaching Awards, we recognized 2 outstanding faculty members for their part-time teaching. Ms. Yvette Alexander Slate for teaching in our general education programs, and Ms. Alyssa Walkenschwantz in the Department of Nursing. For the, okay, sure, let's do it. They deserve that. For the 24-25 New Teacher of the Year, we recognized Dr. Jennifer Jackson, Associate Professor in the Department of Communication. For the 24-25 Teacher of the Year, we recognize Dr. Joan Essen, Professor in the Department of Chemistry. We were also pleased this year to recognize the first recipient of a new award, the Reynolds Exemplary Teaching Award, named for Dr. Chris Reynolds and given to a faculty member who not only excels in the classroom environment, but also contributes exceptionally to the community, and especially through shared governance. Dr. Susan Millsap, Professor in the Department of Communication, received this year's honor. At this time, I would like to ask in addition to this year's Teaching Award recipients, any and all former recipients of the New Teacher of the Year, the Teacher of the Year, the Exemplary Teaching Award, and Excellence in Part-Time Teaching Faculty Awards to stand as they are able and be recognized by this community for their exceptional contributions to excellence in student learning at Otterbein. Please stand. I'm told by the very reliable team in academic affairs that today we are celebrating 239 students receiving a total of 281 awards. Now, you've seen most of these students cross the stage already, but there are a few other honors and achievements that we need to recognize. Would the members of the honorary societies and recipients of Student Research Funds awards listed on pages 18 to 21 in the program please stand and be recognized? Selected as lifelong learning community scholars listed on page 21 of the program, please stand and be recognized. Students who completed the honors or distinction programs as listed on pages 21 and 22 of the program, please stand and be recognized. Okay, let's just do this. Can we please have all of the students listed in the program today, front or back, individual or group awards, whether you cross the stage or not, please stand and be recognized one last time. Finally, we do want to formally recognize the generous individuals whose endowed gifts have allowed us to distribute today more than $200,000 to our students. Will any donors present please stand as you are able and be recognized? Enough our gratitude and sincere thanks for your investment in our students and for your continued presence in the life of Otterbein University. I am very fortunate in that I regularly get to hear from student recipients of our endowed financial aid awards what these scholarships have meant to them. And I hope that you are all aware of the life transformations that you have enabled. And students, I really want you to remember our donors' example when you, in the future, you have the opportunity to establish your own gifts for upcoming generations of outstanding Otterbein students. You will have that opportunity. Thank you again to our donors. As our formal ceremony concludes, I want to just thank you all for your time and attention today. We will have an opportunity, I know many of you are waiting for, personal congratulations and celebration. Following the benediction, there will be a reception outside of Roush Hall right across the street to which everyone is invited. We do ask that guests please stay in your seat until the faculty have recessed out of the building. It is now my pleasure to introduce Lily Whitehair, class of 2025, who will lead us in singing the Otterbein love song. The words are found on page 3 of your program. Immediately thereafter, Hanan Hussein, also from the class of 2025, will offer the benediction.
we gather to celebrate this milestone, let us pause in gratitude for the knowledge gained, the challenges overcome, and the community that supported these graduates every step of the way. Today, we honor not just the academic achievements, but the resilience, curiosity, the compassion that defines true education. May this moment remind us all that learning is a lifelong journey, one that calls us to serve, to lead, and to lift others as we rise. To our graduates, may you carry the light of knowledge with humility and purpose. May you use your education not just to succeed, but to serve. May you have the courage to stand for truth, even when it's unpopular. May you face life tests with the same determination you showed in your studies. May you become leaders who heal, innovators who uplift, and scholars who enlighten. May you never forget that your greatest degree is your character, and your highest honor is your integrity. For those who seek divine guidance, we pray, may Allah make you among those who walk in His light. May your knowledge shine as a lamp for others, and may your path always lead with what He pleases. Amen.
Amen.